What is this? That is some kind of crazy Detroit chapter experimental package. ASN International. What? What the hell is this? Whoa. What the fork? I wonder what kind of metal that is. Ooh, I might not want to touch that. This thing's really old. Okay, I'm going to read this one more time for everybody. This is Experimental Package ASN International Detroit Chapter. What do you guys think about that? If you guys see that, look it up and tell me what you think. I don't know. I don't even know where it came from. I'm gonna keep it though. That's really that's really cool. Hey everybody, Merchant Metals here. Right now we're standing in front of what's basically remaining of my copper and brass stashes. I'm gonna want to try to save some of this stuff mentally. I don't feel like I want to get rid of and just scrap, but I'm just gonna have to kind of bite the bullet and kind of get as much of this up as I can that I feel that I can't personally use. And there might be a few items here and there that I want to save, but I've been thinking about this for a couple of nights. It ain't doing no good sitting here, you know, if I'm just going, you know, like out of state. It's doing nothing for me just here. But if it could earn me a few extra bucks before I leave, then that's just a few extra bucks that's going to help me along the way. So I thought, you know, priority wise in my head, that would probably be the smartest thing to do. So we're going to kind of jump right into that and probably pull down the first bucket. It looks like the second shelf was all brass, and then there's a huge assortment of copper right here too. So let's pull down the copper first and then look through the brass second. There's going to be lots of brand new stuff in here. Oh, hang on. Oh. What's in here now? Okay, this stuff's all new, but it's off the coil, out of the box. It's just something I don't think I'm really going to need, I guess. And this one, it's just hard to say. I'm just going to get rid of it because I know I'll gain more later down the way, but it's just like, I mean, that's at least a good 20, feels like 20 pounds, maybe a little more. It's a little heavier than Mason Boy, so yeah, 25 pounds ish. So it'll be at least 75 bucks, 85 bucks right there. Maybe. That's wishful thinking. I don't even know what the prices are like right now. But there's a lot of other heavier items down here that is straight up copper. Like this sheet copper, I don't really need it. It is nice stuff. I probably have a project in mind that I wanted to keep it for. Like this is just a thick chunk of copper sheet. I got a big sheet of it right there up that I probably will save. That's pretty cool. But, that sounds like brass. Boat propellers are usually brass. This is a nice chunky boat propeller. I don't have a boat. Why do I have a propeller? I don't know. It was brass and it was cool. I wanted to keep it. I gotta stop myself from doing that, you know. Okay, this is just cool. This little, it's like a vintage garden hose type deal for watering flower pots and stuff. I'm gonna keep it. Don't know why, but I envision myself watering flowers with this, I guess. I'm just gonna put that there. Okay. This looks like a big chunk of brass. Don't know what to or what it would have went to. Some sort of a punch. You know, I don't need it. So, right. This is kind of cool. It's like a huge copper rod, I guess. I mean, what do we call that? Like just a copper cylinder. Solid. That's straight up copper. I kind of want to keep that because it's just cool. I feel like I could make something with it one day, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Let's make that a keep bucket, I guess. It's pretty heavy. Couple of pieces of random sheets of brass. Don't need it. This is copper. That's copper. And see, it's kind of weird though. It's like they're hanging it off of something that had a hole drilled here. I feel like I should get it checked. I wish I had a metal analyzer. This could be like a rare piece of metal. It could be beryllium bronze, copper, beryllium copper, alloy, some sort. It's cool. And it looked like it was intended to hang, maybe dip into something, kind of like electroplating or something of that. I'm going to set it in here with keep. Okay, this is obviously just like a copper punch. Somebody was using it as a punch. I don't really need it. I got plenty of these. Same with this one. That's copper. Copper. This is like copper dowels or rods of some sort. It's threaded ends, but it's copper, not brass. Okay. What else we got? See, that's got a ping to it, but it's not brass, and it looks like copper. Like, shave a little with my knife. It is indeed copper. And it was used as a punch, so it's got to be strong type of copper. It gives me incentive that I should probably keep it. Check it out later down the line, maybe. I mean, this one here, this seems, hear that? The difference in between that and the one I just threw in, this one. This is just regular copper, I think. This is copper mixed with some other alloy. Plus I scratched it and it's showing a, like almost a red copper color. This is interesting. This is something interesting right here that you'd want to keep. It's throwing off a high pitch sound. If you hear that, two solid pieces, high pitched, and then this is just regular copper. Yeah. Sometimes I go by the sounds, density. Brass and copper are very similar in that area, but yeah, this is indeed copper, the high-pitched sounding one. So it's got to have a different kind of alloy in it. This seems a lot harder. Why? Why would it be a hardened copper alloy? Think about it. Do some research on that and see what methods people use to harden certain types of copper, right? Beryllium's one of the ingredients. There's a little hint there for you. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop right there. Maybe you look that word up, maybe you don't, but that's a type of copper, if you ever come across, it's probably something you're gonna want to hang on to. I don't know, this is just aluminum digging trowels. I don't know, I guess I'll keep them. Look at that. That's like 3/8 inch thick copper plate. That's kind of cool. But I can tell this is just a chunk of copper. This could be a piece of bus bar someone cut down. let's just throw it in there and scrap it. I have another one right here just like it. That's different. Okay, I'm gonna make a little quick video of something that I have that I'd like to kind of show off to people. It's just a type of copper square stock that I acquired over the time that is actual beryllium's. It's like, sorry, I'm gonna have to re-edit that. But this stuff here is beryllium bronze alloy. Okay, this isn't brass. It could be part brass, honestly, but this is beryllium infused alloy right here. It's super hardened. This is the type of material that they would use to be able to make hardened tools made of this type of alloy. It doesn't spark, and these material is for you know, I would say people that would work in no spark zones, kind of like oil rigs or some kind of gas refineries and miners. I think miners would have tools with beryllium copper alloy mix. Definitely places where you don't want to draw a spark and then explode. You don't, you know, you can't go to work the next day if you ignite it on Monday, right? So cool stuff. I'm not selling it, I'm keeping it. I thought it was really cool. Really cool kind of metal, and I definitely don't come across this stuff often. Definitely don't. But anyway, here's if I can get it down just to show you guys. Oh God, it's so heavy. Here's a 12-foot stick of it. You hear that? How cool is that, right? Just hear the sound of that alloy. It is unlike anything that any scrapper would ever encounter. This is the type of stuff that you don't find out dumpster diving or scrapping. Or I got this stuff at an estate sale, and it's just it's beautiful. I don't know what I'd use it for. I've got no idea, but it's something that I'm not trying to sell because I don't know what kind of price to put on this. But has anybody seen or ever come across, you know, 60-pound 12-foot bar of beryllium copper bronze alloy before? Like this? Anybody? I've only found it once in my lifetime, so I'd have to say it's, you know, it's like a type of metal that's not really out there. This stuff is so strong I could throw it at the ground and it wouldn't even dent the metal. I could take a hammer to this and it would probably not even make a dent. I'm not gonna do it, but I can say that yeah, I'm gonna put this back now. Pretty cool stuff. I gotta get it back up there though. Oh God, that sounds horrible. Oh, beautiful. Oh, hey. I don't need this shit up here, excuse my language, but I got all this pipe right here. I could turn all that in. I'm not a, you know, I'm not too much of a plumber, but I don't need 3-inch copper pipe or 1-inch or 1 5/8 or 2. No, that's not 2. It's 1 5/8 probably. But yeah, I'll take that pipe in, and this right here. This is just basically a, you know, this kind of sucks to get rid of it, but this is like a vintage brass mantle from God knows where. I don't. But it weighs a lot, and I don't need it no more. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have much of a use for some kind of brass like that. So I'm just gonna take that in, I guess. We'll get this pipe down. I should really call my scrapyard and see what kind of prices I'm getting. I don't need this copper for any reason at all. I don't need it. So we'll sell it. I know who. Oh God. So yeah, we'll sell that big old pile, but we're keeping the beryllium bronze square stock. Keeping it. Okay. Let's continue down here, I suppose. I'm gonna want to conclude this here soon. Just random chunks of copper. Don't need it. What's this? Okay, this stuff's cool. Copper sheeting. And then this is a big old roll of it too. I'm keeping that for whatever various projects. It's just not worth going to the scrapyard. This thing, keep it. I like those high-pitched coppery sounds. That's something when I get an analyzer later on down the road, I'll be able to test these metals and see exactly what's in them. That's kind of a cool piece. Let's keep it. So I'm gonna keep, oh man, there's leaves all over. Oops. Keep that one. We're gonna keep this copper pot. We're gonna sell everything that's in these plastic baskets. I don't need a boat propeller. Although this one is really cool. I don't need it. Nope. So I'm keeping everything in this basket and selling everything else that's not in the basket. All right. We're getting there. Candlestick holders. I think they're overrated a little bit. And I don't like them. I'm selling those. I don't need candlestick holders. Big tall ones. Okay. Now what? Okay. What do we got here? Bullet casings. I don't really need bullet casings. Where do these even go to? What does that say? Something Magnum. 44 Magnum. Huh. They're just the shells. I don't know. Let's keep them for now. Chunk of copper. There ain't nothing special about this piece of copper. These are bullet caps. That goes with bullet cases. Okay. Made in India, brass. Don't really need it. Let's sell it. Sell it. Keep it. This is kind of cool. And keep the air hose attachment. Kind of cool. Don't need it. Let's scrap it. That's really cool. I got a thing for these old garden hoses, these little spray nozzle, holes ones. I'd like those. I'm gonna keep those. This is a cool punch. That's definitely one that I'm gonna want to keep. Look at the tip of the bit on this. That's crazy. Keeping it. Yeah, brass. This is interesting. It's a brass pin. Don't really need a brass pin. That's something I'd want to analyze later, I think. Somewhere down the line I established that this was brass. I don't think it is. That's cast aluminum. There's a piece of copper. Whoa. Who's that? Young fellow. That's probably something, I don't know. Let's keep it. It says BRO on the side. It's got a dent sound like lead. And then it says BRO. I'm keeping that. I'll look it up later. Brass punch. That's just a chunk of brass. Just a wild chunk of brass. Don't need that. These I'm keeping. This is something I'm going to want to keep. Yeah. Brass. Brass. Whoa. It says 0. It's punched right there and it just says 0. Keeping it. Interesting. That's just a chunk of copper. What the heck is this thing? Oh. It's a mini air chuck. Air hose. That's actually kind of cool, man. I'm keeping it. Put that in my pocket. Brass. Brass. Copper. That's a cool little garden hose attachment right there. Keep that. Oh yeah. Keep. Wait. Shave it. See how tough it is. Definitely gonna keep that piece. Copper. Copper. Breakage. Piece of breakage. I like these hammered copper pot fixtures. I keep those. I like to use them to throw copper stuff in there. I like to hoard, keep, whatever. So, hey, doing pretty good. We're going to get rid of all this stuff right here. And we're keeping this. Okay, we're getting rid of maybe 50 pounds and then keeping 20, 30 pounds. 35 pounds. Shut up. All right. Yep. What else do we have? There ain't nothing in there that I don't want. That's nothing. Okay. Brass. Here is brass. Looks like mainly brass to me. That's really cool brass bowl thing. Don't really need it. Don't want it. Scrapping it. That's an interesting piece. I don't have much of for thicker brass sheet. That'll be the one piece I'll probably keep. How about that? beautiful chunks of brass stock. It's a shame to get rid of this. I like these. They're useful. I can make so many good things with these. I'm just gonna, besides this crap right here, I'm keeping these. Stop doing that. Merchant metals. Sell the metal, not keep. God. I don't need. I don't need. I don't. Yeah. Don't need that. This piece is cool. Huh. It's a type of brass. I wonder why there's holes all like. This is probably some kind of a piece of old electrical equipment. This ain't nothing special, I don't think. Nothing special there. Okay, I don't. Whoa. What is that? What the fork? I like that. Keeping this. I think that's copper. Don't need this. I don't need that, but this is cool. It's like a brass dragon of some sort. I'm keeping that just because. Bunch of, God, I don't know what this is. This may have, oh, I don't know. I'm lost at this point. I thought this may have something to do with soldering because of the smush tip right here, but I don't know. Maybe this is for brass soldering. I'd like to find out, and it's just kind of too light for the type of volume. Try to find out what that is later. Ah, yeah, I'm gonna keep this. This is a oh god, this is a brass vintage brass plumb bob for construction work. I'm gonna turn this into the bell for my brass bell I got at the house. I've been actually waiting to try to find this, and I did. I found it, so that's going in my pocket. Yeah, that brass Christmas tree. Christmas is over. I don't want that either. Torch welding tip, a really nice one. Yeah, I'm keeping that for sure. There's a box up here. I think this one might be it. I think this has got all kinds of, yeah, that's all sorts of torch tips and all kinds of crazy stuff in there. Not throwing that away. Things that are perfectly organized and usable. I don't really need, I'll keep this one as a punch. Don't want this. This is just a piece of, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that. I think that's copper though. Yeah, it's copper. Alright. The stash is adding on. We still got another couple of buckets back here to go through. This copper sheet is really cool. I'm going to keep this copper sheet. Bugle horn. Keeping bugle horn. Alright. How about this one? Brass sheet. Is really cool brass sheet. I'm gonna keep this. I told myself I didn't have much of that, so. Alright. We're starting to get somewhere. I remember this one was quite heavy. There's some chunks down here. This is probably all brass right here. If I can believe it, this is probably like an 80 or 90 pound bucket of stuff I wanted to keep. Ah, yeah. Old brass doorknob. I don't need it. Let's just scrap it. Keeping that brass punch. This is a really cool brass punch. I don't need this. I don't even know what this is. So we're just gonna scrappity-doo-dah on that. Some chunks. There's some raw chunks down here. And I'm keeping this. And this. Brass punches are probably pretty valuable. I use them for certain things. Look at that big old solid hunky chunk of brass right there. It's so beautiful. God, I want to keep it like that. That's a solid chunk. It's branded S29. I wanna know what the S29 is. What is this? What is this is? Huge. I would say probably 1/4 inch thick plate brass. I want to keep these badly. I'm not taking it with me, but that's the problem. This is just a chunk of brass. I know that. This is just sheet brass. It's been used. So we'll do that. We're gonna make a little money. We'll do okay. This one's got a whole serial number onto it, and it's almost purple on one side. Definitely gonna keep that, investigate that. That's just a chunk of brass. Throw that in there. I don't really want that. That's really cool. It's like a brass mold for something right here. It's interesting. Huge brass punch. I'm keeping it. I like this mold. I love it. I don't know what it's for, but dude, I'm gonna keep that. I want to pour lead ingots looking like that. That'd be cool. I don't really need it. It's weird. It's brass. Whoa. No, it's not brass. What the heck is this? Scratch test. It's hard to scratch. It is brass. It reads a solid brass, but look, it sounds like lead. That's very interesting. Why does it have a 1/4 inch bit end on one side? Like it's meant to spin. I'm keeping this. That could be something special right there. This is an old brass concrete tool. I don't need it. I'm done breaking my back pouring concrete. This is interesting. There's like little waves in it. Yeah. What is this? Oh, that's an actual punch. Keeping. There's a cool chunk. These are cool punches, man. I don't need it. Come on, man. Scrap it. Scrap the metal. Oh, God, that's a good one. Is it? God, I'm gonna go crazy down here. Just get rid of it. Throw it away. Scrap it. I'm sorry. Don't have time no more to think about. Oh, that's cool. Whatever the hell these are, I'm keeping these. Oh boy. I feel like a kid on Christmas that has to give all his presents away, man. Oh, it's a solid brass putter. I don't need it, but that's cool. Let's just keep going. Well. This is cool, but I don't need it. Yeah, I don't need it. That's a cool chunk. Yeah, keep. That's an oddball. Yeah, it sounds weird. This stuff here. Oh God. This is just a solid. It's just a solid stack of brass sheet. Look at that. How cool is that? I'm keeping them. Well, what am I gonna do with it? What am I gonna do with it, man? I don't have time to sell it. Puts me in a real hard place. It's really cool. So is this. And that. That's a crazy looking punch. And it's jacked up on the end. It probably isn't any kind of special brass at all. We're keeping the flashing, man. And we're keeping this brass sheet roll. That's it. Keeping that. I'm gonna scrap that. Oh God. Oh. Alright. It's kind of rough, hard decisions for me to make right now. Keeping that. Oh God! Yeah, it's like 100 pounds right there, man. That's insane. Jeez. Keeping these are all brass fittings, and this is all brass items for sure. Keeping it. This is like a bugle horn brass candle holder. I don't like candle holders. Oh, okay. What else we got in there? What is all this? That's straight up copper roofing nails. I'm gonna keep those. More copper roofing nails. What is this? That is some kind of crazy Detroit chapter experimental package. ASN International. What? What the hell is this? Whoa. What the fork? I wonder what kind of metal that is. Ooh. I might not want to touch that. This thing's really old. Okay, I'm going to read this one more time for everybody. This is Experimental Package ASN International Detroit Chapter. What do you guys think about that? If you guys see that, look it up and tell me what you think. I don't know. I don't even know where it came from. I'm going to keep it though. That's really that's really cool. I like that. These big old copper connectors and stuff. I don't really need these things. That's definitely copper. That's aluminum. Copper. I don't know, I can't really tell. That's definitely copper. These are really old. A lot of this is aluminum, but there's some old pieces in here. I think that's about it though. Okay, what else we got? Craziness in here? What is this stuff? It's all brass items. I don't need any of this crap. That's all crap. Brass. That's just odds and ends stuff. I don't need that. Yeah, I don't need that stuff. I'm gonna have to sweep all this up later. Okay, what else is all in here? What is this? Oh, it's definitely copper. I don't really need hangers. Old, what the heck? Little spikes. Coppery looking spike things. No, I don't need, this stuff's like ancient right there. Like anchors. I don't really need that stuff. Brass screws are cool. These are all brass screws. Brand new boxes. Huh, there's a bucket of, or there's a little container of brass zippers. That's kind of cool, man. This is just a random thing of brass. Oh, I didn't do this. Oh, God. This is estate sale stuff. What the heck is this? Huh. Interesting. I don't need it. I'm just gonna bring it in there like that in a jar. They can check it out later. What in good God's name is going on? These are all just, that's a junk drawer full of aluminum, or not aluminum, I mean brass. Besides these couple pieces, that's just all brass. Well, besides that, that's like solder. Yeah, I'm gonna dump that right in brass. There was a key in there. I don't know what the hell. Okay. I'm having too much fun now, honestly. What the fork? Okay. Putting this stuff back. These are all kind of cool items there. Okay, how about this? We got a coffee can full of lead. Let's take this coffee can full of lead in. Yeah, that's good soft stuff too. That's lead pellet right there for shotgun. That's kind of cool too. Just a big old hunk of lead. Okay. Yeah. Don't need it. It's probably some really good melting lead. We don't need that. We don't need that stuff, Willis. Oh. Just random junk brass screws. We don't need this. Okay. Man, I can keep going through this stuff all day. There's more right here. This is a plumbing box. Huh. Yeah, it's all plumbing and humongous brass valves. I can't scrap that. Someone's going to use that. I got to make sure of that stuff. These are really cool too. Got no idea what they're for, but it's cool. Now I don't want to sell this stuff. Yep, I'll keep that. Hey, I found a scale. That's an oldie. How much do I weigh? 180 pounds. Jeez. All right, well, let's kind of give a little quick weigh in of what we got here. We got a can of lead that's 22 pounds, it says. Here's a basket of number 2 copper. It says 24 or 25 pounds copper. Okay. How about this brass? There is 30 pounds of brass right there. Okay. How about these candle holders? All brass. That's 10 pounds right there. More brass. 19 pounds. And here's number 1 clean copper. Just don't need this stuff, man. Another 20 pounds right there. It looks like 21 pounds. All right, that's a good little payday, plus what we got over here on the stairs. All right, look at all that copper. Big old brass mantle too. We'll turn these items in and see what we get. All right, this is Merchant Metals. We'll see you at the scrapyard. This is Merchant Metals. We'll see you at the scrapyard. I saved what I could. All right, we just threw everything that we said we're going to take up there in this basket. We're going to throw that on the scale now and just kind of get overall weight of what this is going to be. It says, it's kind of hard to read from here, 112 pounds. 112 pounds right there. All right, and we got that stuff on the stairs on maybe $400 or $500. It's kind of what it looks like, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna go get it turned in. We'll see you there. I forgot, but over here we got this thing that I don't really mind getting rid of. Has something to do with hydraulics, but it's just a humongous chunk of brass right here. That's probably 20-something pounds of brass right there. That's one whole solid chunk. Pretty cool. Whatever it is, it's missing pieces. Water, pressure. It's something to do with a water pump. I don't need it. Okay. We will take down here. We got a big old chunk of aluminum that we don't need. I want to keep this chair lift, but this is just it's buried a little bit here. Oh, it's straight up caked with dirt on the bottom. Of course it is. Okay, we gotta scrape that off. How about that? I don't need this. The only steel in this is those two strips and one on the other side. Look at that big old sheet of aluminum. I don't need. All right, let's grab it. That's probably 50 bucks right here. Easy. Okay, we'll just set this right here for now. We're gonna grab the truck and pull it up. Yeah, I've seen this from a distance and I don't know. I just figured I'd take a look in there. It looks like some bedroom stuffs. I have no clue. But let's check it out real quick. Right off the bat, I see a cord right here. And then what's this? Some kind of a ballast. Got some metal, some aluminum breakage. There's a little stove back there. Huh. I should ask him about that old stove. While I'm here. I want that breakage right there in that wheelchair. I can grab a few things. It's all caught up on that damn toilet. There it goes. Damn it. So yeah, this is an old folks home. Once upon a time I poured a bunch of concrete here. Nice. That's really all I'm looking to grab. Alright. Old walker. Old man walker. I would grab that stove, but I don't really feel like going in and asking. I really don't. It's just curious to see what was back here, and it's not much, so. Totally okay with not, you know, grabbing all of it. that's it for the day. Turns out our scrapyard closes at 4 o'clock now, so it's like I only had 25 minutes to get up there and it was 35 minutes away, and it's like, well, it looks like I'm going tomorrow, so I got a truckload of scrap heading there tomorrow. But until then, we'll see you. Everybody have a good day. God bless. Me and Mason Boy are going to go get some food and head on home. So have a good day, everybody. Merchant Metals signing out. All right.